What up? If you're a personal trainer or want to be a personal trainer and you want to start your own business, this video is for you. I am Jason. I am currently in the process of doing it all, the online nutrition and fitness coaching, and it's not going very well right now at the moment, but perseverance, man. If you don't give up and you keep trying new things and learning, and from your mistakes and learning, from other people, buying courses, buying books in different topics such as sales, marketing, freaking advertising on different campaigns, all that, you will get there. I guarantee it. I promise you. You just can't give up. Failures never win, failures never win, and winners never quit. It's that simple. There's a quote that I heard. It was, you either, I wish I could tell you. It's pretty good. But anyways, I just want you guys to know that, so I have little to no success finding clients that are not free people. When I first started, I was like, yo, you should get get 4 weeks free and, give me feedback. And a lot of people didn't commit. You know why? Because they didn't have no skin in the game. When I say skin in the game, I mean they didn't have any, real reason to do it, for the simple fact that it's free. You don't really care about anything that's free. You take advantage of things that are free and then you forget about it. So when you have skin in the game and you pay for something, you're more likely to commit. So I'm not doing free pool anymore. However, I am kind of doing free pool. I have this new little offer that I'm going to be offering. You can use it in your business. Pay your first month, and if you love it, the second month is free. But if you don't love it, then you get your money back. No questions asked. So I feel like that's another way of saying, basically, it's free pool, but there's no risk. There's no risk. You are paying up front. So it's cool with that is because, there's no risk involved. You get your money back. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. So along with that is kind of like you gotta have the website, in a way, and you kind of have to have the website, and kind of just proves that you're an actual real person, and I'm not necessarily saying websites make you a real person or like a professional. I mean, you can be a professional scam artist and still have a website, but what I'm saying is you should have a trustworthy. So there is kind of some, something in that, the onboarding phone call. And so what I do is I have an app. I have Trainerize. They have an app that you can actually buy for $1.99. It's a one-time pay. They create it, and it's basically Trainerize, but it's white labeled to you. You can name whatever you want. So it's $1.99, one-time payment. Pretty cool. So when you have an Apple Pay or Apple Play Store, App Store. When you have the App Store, it tells you straight up, like, Trainerize. If you have Google or Google Play, the App Store for Google, I have iPhone, Apple, but they it says the name brand or your name brand, which is pretty cool. But that's not what I wanted to talk about today. Today I really wanted just to talk about pre-workout, dude. I'm gonna make my own pre-workout. And you say, why would you make your own pre-workout? I'm gonna use my pre-workout because this is my whole mindset of it. So there's a value ladder. Obviously there's a value ladder. So my value ladder is to getting people results. They have to go through this ladder. So I started off with like a free cookbook, but which I'm also gonna, because the ebook was very successful. The ebook, it was free, obviously it was free pool, but I got a lot of leads from it. You know what I mean? And when I say leads, a lot of emails. They're not very leads. But anyways, I'm gonna make my own pre-workout. And the reason why I'm gonna make my own pre-workout is, one, when I advertise, I can advertise the pre-workout, and that'd be super cool if I could get some sales. I get some sales of pre-workout. I'm gonna do a pre-launch though. Dude, don't sell until, or Don't wait to sell until after. There's been many, stories and, people starting something, working on it for years, and then nothing happens. So what happened? You just wasted your whole time. Sure, it could have been the marketing. Sure, it could have been your audience. Sure, it could have been a lot of different things. But at the end of the day, if you don't have there's a saying that I heard is, dead ducks don't quack. Meaning that if you're not selling, you gotta let it go, dude. It's dead. Just let it go. And lessons learned. Hopefully you learned a lot of lessons in the sense of trying to promote it. Oh man, I gotta try this, I gotta try this, I gotta try this, I gotta try that, I gotta try this. And hopefully you learned all that. I mean, skills is something that is not fixable or not unfixable or unlearnable. When you learn the skills, they're forever for you. No one can take that away from you. No one. So yeah, I'm making a pre-workout, and the reason I'm making a pre-workout is I want to advertise. Well, first off, I'm gonna have a pre-launch, and it's basically like, yo, dude, you get, sign up for the launch, and you could try it 50% off, kind of type deal. But the 50% off is really just so I'll probably, I don't know how I'm going to do it. If I have the pre-launch, that's one thing. But once I start advertising it, okay, so the pre-launch, I don't know how I'm going to do it. This is still in the process. I just know I'm coming up with the pre-workout. And the second thing I'm going to do is protein snacks. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I want to use those kind of as lead magnets, in a sense. Not really lead magnets. There's way better lead magnets. I just kind of want to be, I just want to dabble with it. You know what I mean? If I can find a whole bunch of people wanting the pre-workout, and I can then, have a funnel. So the pre-workout is the main page. Or like, they have an advertisement like, yo, you trying to get juiced? You're trying to get juiced and get freaking, pumped. I'm gonna have two different ones. I'm gonna have one that's a a high stimulant, and then I'm gonna have another one that's not stimulant. So that way it's like for late workouts. You know what I mean? So that way, if you have to go to bed soon, but you want to get, your exercise in, but you want, that extra energy, that's not gonna keep you up at night. Boom, low stimulant or no stimulant, and then I'll have the high stimulant. Not the point. But I want to advertise to these people, and if they're buying the pre-workouts, they already might be in the gym. You know what I mean? They already might be like getting cranked out. You know what I mean? So I'm like, hey, you're buying the pre-workout. That's the first page, and then I'll have a bump off for like, do you want to buy two? You can buy two and different flavors. You know what I mean? Buy one and get one half off. But the half off is, you know what I mean? There is going to be, learning in this. I just decided it today. I decided it a while back, but today I am going to do it. I am going to buy all the chemicals, or whatever you want to call them, the ingredients from overseas or wherever I got to buy them from. I'm going to buy them in demand or in bulk, and then I'm going to create it, and I'm going to have to sample it, and then I'm going to go around to my little, community, and I'm going to be like, yo, I want to try this pre-workout, and just let me know how you feel about it, and hopefully he gets jacked, you know what I mean? Oh, that's what I'm hoping for. But when I advertise the pre-workout, so the one thing so there's a thing with not being successful and being obsessed. So not being successful but being obsessed is kind of like, it's gonna happen. You are me personally, I'm super obsessed. I'm super obsessed with this idea of having this online nutrition and fitness coaching business because I really want to help people, and I feel like it helped me, dude. The gym, it definitely helped me. Not only just like, dude, when I have a stressful day, I just go to the gym and I freaking let it out, or and if you go to the gym really early in the morning, and you like push yourself like really hard, you like do like super supersets, and you're just like freaking roar. It's really hard. Like you wake up in the morning and you just destroy yourself, So whatever happens throughout the end of the day, you can't beat it. If you're not feeling the pain of like what you felt going to the gym, like, and you're pushing yourself and you're just like tired, and you have to convince yourself that this is, worth it, and your day just gets easier right from the get-go. The hardest part is in the day or right in the morning. So, but anyways, dude, the gym. What was I gonna go with that? The gym. I have these little like, boop, they just go. So I'm making the pre-workout. And I think it's super cool. The offer. So I'm gonna have a bump offer, and on the bump offer, so first I'm gonna have it say they click on the advertisement, and then there's a buy it, add it to your cart, and then I'll have a second page, which is basically once they hit submit and pay, it says, hey man, thanks for buying this, thank you for supporting small businesses. So you obviously want the juice. We have nutrition and fitness coaching. If you want to take this juice and take it to the next level with expert guidance, and I don't know, I'm thinking maybe because also one of the ones, there's the low stimulant, but the both to boost metabolism. So, I could potentially advertise it so it's very high stimuli. I kind of want to have a condensed one, like a medium, where it doesn't necessarily need to, you have to work out, but you can, feel the, you feel the, so there's that. But yeah, I just feel like, that's what I was going to say. With the obsession part, is that this is just one of the tactics that I'm trying to think of all the different ways of, finding clients. I'm trying to channel it, dude. I'm trying to universe, bring me the plans, God, bring me the plans, just what do I got to do? And that's the cool thing about, not having a plan B. Like when I quit my job next year, so I work, 80 plus hours a week, and then I work on the business, 2 hours every day minimum. So that's 90 plus hours a week working on my future, I guess, because my job obviously is helping pay for my future. I work so much, I make a lot of money, so that way I can basically quit and have a pretty gnarly nest egg. But so that's just one of the things. Today's video is basically channeling in the outside box. So the outside box of thinking, you got to think outside of the box. And I feel like the pre-workout, it could be, there is another benefit to the pre-workout. So another thing to the pre-workout is that when you're advertising, you're obviously hoping to get sales. And if those sales do happen, or I should say when those sales do happen, they do have a funnel, a lead page, to where after they purchase, it goes to the, hey, we also have online nutrition and fitness coaching. If you only want nutrition coaching or you only want fitness coaching, we have packages, whatever you want to do, and basically have the little rundown on it. You have to wow them, not how them. And I'm only talking to you guys like I'm an expert, but I'm really not. I learned from the best, Russell Brunson, Alex Hormozi, Jeremy Minor, friggin' Bill Glazer, Dan Kennedy, all those people. It gets in my head because I listen to it basically all day long, and I started learning all these different little tactics that I want to put into my business, and I don't know what the word is, but I want to put it inside the business and try it out, you know what I mean? And potentially whatever I say and you hear it, it could potentially help you. That's all I'm trying to do is golden nuggets, dude. While I'm documenting my process, if Steve Jobs or freaking Elon Musk documented their process, how cool would that be? And ultimately what I want to do is sell a course. That's my ultimate goal. I'm not going to do it now because I don't have success, but I'm not going to have, the only way I'm going to have success or have a course is if I make $5,000 a month. That's my first course, is making $5K a month. The frameworks that I have to build to learn, from the website pages, the marketing, the advertising, the sales, the emails, all of it. I'll end up figuring out what works the best, and I will definitely have that course. And the course is going to have upsells. Sorry guys, I get off track hard, man. So the pre-workout is going to have, so when you advertise, let's say I'm selling a cookbook, right? And the cookbook sells, and if it doesn't make money, it break even at least. So you're advertising, you just keep selling the books and potentially getting more reviews, and ultimately you buying the more reviews puts you higher above the rank. So if you have a cookbook that has 5-star reviews, and a lot of people do it, more than likely, even if you're breaking even, eventually you stop your advertisement and the people have spoken with their reviews. They're like, this book is good. So eventually the marketing will end, and the advertising can end, and yet you'll still get sales because of all the reviews and the testimonials and like the social proof. People are like, yeah, this, okay. So same thing with the pre-workout. This is how with the pre-workout, I'm assuming that I can have the pre-workout, sell the pre-workout, and if I can't have an upsell, if I can't make money on it and I just break even, it's completely fine, because I'm generating leads. And when I say generating leads, I'm collecting emails, collecting data, and I can always email them. If they don't buy the nutrition and fitness program right there on the bump, on the upsell, there's the thing too. You want to strike the iron while it's hot. And what does that mean? It means you want to, if somebody's already going to buy, you want to keep buying, or you want to keep selling them, because they're already in it. You know what I mean? So like someone who goes to buy a suit, they get it tailored, they get their measurements. Some guys like, you got to buy the suit, that suit fits you well. And then the guy's like, yeah, you're right. And then the sales guy's like, all right, he's buying the suit and he wants to look good. He's trying to be professional, or a businessman, or how it looks like a boss. And so you can say, well, look, dude, that suit without the new shoes is crazy. You're gonna want to buy the shoes. And they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you're probably right. Oh, and you're gonna want to buy the undershirt. Oh yeah, you're right. And you're gonna want to buy the tie. Oh yeah, you're right. I might as well buy the whole thing, because I'm already, you know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things where you kind of just want to keep selling when they're hot. So another example, just one more example, is that somebody goes into your store. Let's say you had a fitness or a fitness business that sells fitness wear, and some person goes in there and they're like, yeah, I'm trying to run a marathon, I just need some shoes. And so you're like, okay, yeah, I could definitely fix the shoes. And then you talk to them and it's like, well, if you haven't got done any training, I highly recommend that you get these sweatpants, because they're or leggings or whatever, because they're ultimately really comfortable, and they're comfortable, and that way you can keep running longer. Oh, and also a lot of the people who come and run, they to the store, they buy also the iPhone holder, so that way when they're running, they can still have their phone on them, and they don't have to worry about pockets are coming out. And they're just like, yeah, you're right. And honestly, you're providing them a service by giving them everything that they need, rather than having them to find out themselves. So with the pre-workout, what I was gonna say is you get the pre-workout and you're selling it. Let's say the pre-workout. Oh, I'm also gonna make a video on how to make the pre-workout, how I found the ingredients, why I'm doing it, or not the why, but the mixture, and how so that's gonna be a whole nother series. So I have 3 series right now. I'm sorry, dude. I just get lost in the sauce. All right, so the pre-workout, you can do this. If I'm doing it, you can do it. There's 100%. You can do it. You just have to figure it out, and I will document the stuff, and it's going to be completely free. I think it'd be super cool. We could all just have super pre-workouts, just everybody getting all jacked up on pre-workout. Pretty cool, because ultimately, if you have more energy, you're more likely to do the things that you're supposed to do. And not only that you're going to be doing the things that you're supposed to do, you're going to want to do things that you want to do. Therefore, you're creating a happy life by having more energy. So ultimately, we're helping the world. So when you do the pre-workout and they are selling, you're also collecting the leads, and you're also having the offer of the nutrition and fitness coaching. So let's say 1 out of 10 people buy the nutrition and fitness coaching. If your advertising is breaking even, but 1 out of 10 people are buying the nutrition and fitness coaching, you're gonna end up making a lot more money, because you can then promote that pre-workout as long as you have a good working. So there's a thing is, now if let's say the pre-workout advertising is not going as planned, so you're making it takes you $25 to sell your one product to make you $20. Let's say it takes you $25 to make you $20. Without doing anything else, you will lose money, and you will lose you'll probably go bankrupt. Not really, but you'll just keep going down. You would have to stop the campaign, create a new campaign, and hopefully it converts better. That's all you can do. Otherwise, you're just gonna lose all your money. Don't just keep going, all right? After 3-4 days, if you're not getting, the results that if you don't see profit after the ad is done learning, then freaking just cut it. So if you make the ad, for the pre-workout, and let's say it costs $20 and you're making $20, so you're breaking even. That's it. You're not gaining any profit and you're not losing. You're just gaining profit, or state, which is perfectly fine. All right, so that's a good advertisement in a way. It could be. So with that, then you let's just say they're buying one. Obviously they go to your webpage and you can upsell them, and then your cart value increases, therefore you can start which is all about averages. So your cart value increases, yeah, so therefore you can add more ad spend to it. I'm getting a little off topic, but so at the end of the day, if you're breaking even on your pre-workout advertisement, and you have an online nutrition and fitness coaching business offer, and people, let's say 1 out of 10 do it, you keep selling your pre-workout, and if that ad is breaking even, but yet 1 out of 10 people are converting into your nutrition and fitness coaching, if you're charging $200, if you're charging $300, heck, I have a $500 program. So that ultimately will make you a lot more money. So if you could just keep pumping ads, let's say $1,000 a day on this pre-workout ad spend, as long as you're breaking even and 1 out of 10 people are buying your online nutrition fitness coaching, not only are you getting the leads captured, where then you can send them, you could ask them to opt in if they want, weekly or daily or semi-weekly articles about fitness, nutrition, health and wellness in general. And so your basically cost per lead is whatever your pre-workout is, but it's basically zero if you're breaking even. But then if you're having on the upsell your nutrition and fitness coaching program, you're eventually going to make a lot more money. So that's my whole spiel. That's why I'm creating the pre-workout. I am trying to channel in all the possibilities for me to find clients. I don't have social media, I don't have social proof, I don't have testimonials. I make way too much money to become, stop my job and become a personal trainer and build that way. So I'm trying to do it all. And Trainerize, honestly, it makes it easy. It has the exercise videos. It has, the nutrition with Evolution Nutrition. You can, put them together, integrate them. And then you got HubSpot CRM, which is basically they handle, they don't, you do, but you can set up automation to where it automatically sends emails to them. So basically, you get home, you set up potentially 3 days worth of emails, and it's boom, boom, boom. You don't have to worry about it, every Sunday or anytime you have off. You can just set up the automation, and you know what I mean. So, and you can set up the ad campaigns the same way. You can set it up to where it automatically does it. You can completely automate the business in a way. The only thing that you would have to do is worry about the onboarding. It's not even a worry. It's really getting to know your client. And what I would suggest is do not work with everyone. Work with who you want to work with. At the end of the day, you don't want to wake up and just hating your life because of the clients that you built. They're naggy, they complain, they don't do what they're supposed to do at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So don't work with everyone, work with the people. So yeah, that's my spiel.